What are you available for? Are you actually ready to receive success and all the things that come along with it? Now, this is something that was game-changing for me when I started studying mindset and personal development and achievement, especially as an entrepreneur, right? You'll set these big goals, you have this big vision for your life and, all the things that the dream version of you or the best version of you would have, be, and do. And it's so easy to want in the future or to visualize that future version, but can you actually accept and have that? Do you feel worthy of your goals? And that's what we're really gonna break down in today's 10-minute daily. I don't think it'll be a full 10 minutes, but this idea of feeling worthy of your goals, because if you have the goal, if you have the desire, if you have the vision for it, it is meant for you. You are worthy of it. But sometimes you self-sabotage, and every time you feel not worthy of having it, or you feel not ready yet, and you can't have and hold and receive it, right? You end up in a cycle. And if you end up in this cycle for too long where you don't feel worthy of your goals, it creates this massive sense of imposter syndrome where you have these big grand visions, big dreams, big goals, but you feel so deeply unworthy, and it actually creates a huge lack of self-confidence, okay? And it's easy to think, of course, like if I were to have my goal, of course I would accept it or feel comfortable with it. But that is not always the case, because the thing about having and receiving and feeling worthy, these are sneaky things, and they are so deeply rooted, they're so in your subconscious that sometimes we don't even realize we're doing it. I'll give you a great example. Yesterday, I went on TV for my fitness studio with my team. And if I look at that experience of having this segment on TV, having is present, right? It's not going on, you have it in the moment. So for many years, I would have said, that'd be amazing to go on TV, or what a dream, that would be incredible, that's such a goal. But the reality of doing that is feeling comfortable and feeling worthy and deserving to have hundreds, thousands, tens of thousands of eyes on you and your message, and being able to let go of any, what would they think? People are gonna judge, what will they say? Am I gonna mess up? All of those judgments and doubts, they're things you have to work through, because some people might see the segment and not like it, right? Or just the feeling of having that much attention of people's eyes on you, right? And same thing with it's TV, it's social media growth, this idea of having attention is really hard to wrap your head around. And I struggled with this for a long time. And you know the story of the TikToks, like my TikTok blew up that summer of COVID, and I went from like 200 followers on TikTok to 20,000 followers in the span of 2 months. Like insane, like totally viral. And I could not handle it mentally. I could not have it. I felt so unworthy, so uncomfortable with the idea of having a platform, having an audience, having this many thousands of people listening and having opinions on, and maybe even judging the things I'm saying or sharing my opinions, my views. And so this is why we do this mindset work. This is why we work on self-image, self-identity, right? And self-confidence. It is the way you see yourself, the way you describe yourself, and how you feel about yourself. Because again, it's one thing to want success. It's another thing to have it and be able to hold it and not self-sabotage when you get it. And if we really look at momentum, a lot of people recently have said, especially, in my fitness studio's been growing like crazy, like I haven't been posting as frequently on here. I'm not gonna say consistently, because I have been consistent, it just hasn't been as frequent. Again, language matters, change your language, change your life, or words matter, change your language, change your life. So I haven't been posting as frequently because there's no capacity, and I have to prioritize what I can reasonably do in a day. Would I love to grow this channel, grow this platform, maybe even launch something like paid one day where there's a paid community and there's more structure to it, or you could listen to it podcast style, you can engage with other people who are studying the same things. I would love to do that one day. Today is not that day, right? Maybe that's a project for when I need to actually be out of my fitness studio. I need to not be involved in the day-to-day. I need to prove that it can run without me there. Maybe that's the time I would launch something like this, right? So you can do the right things But the key is to do the right things in the right order, the right things at the right time. Because if you're doing the right things at the wrong time, if you're focusing on, say, building community before you're focusing on profit margin or revenue or breaking even in business, like there's this kind of natural order, which we want to do not just the right things, but the right things at the right time so that you can grow and you can sustain it, right? You can build success and keep it, or you can continue building success upon success. Now, I digress. Okay, so momentum. There's been a lot of growth happening at my company recently, and quite frankly, a lot of eyeballs. And a huge part of that, it's your results are a reflection of your self-image. Your results, whatever's in your world, is a reflection of how a past version of you felt about yourself. What a past version of you believed that you were worthy and deserving of. Because all change starts within and then happens in the outside, right? It starts within and then goes without. The physical world is the last place that something is going to show up. Whether that is positive, whether that is results, or whether that is negative, right? If you're all sorts of negative things are happening, that was weeks and months and days of negative thoughts and feelings before leading up to this negative event, right? Usually. I'm not talking about tragedies like unexpected accidents, that sort of thing. That's different. Now, having all of this attention. In the past month alone, I had this massive media feature that I wasn't expecting. I was featured by my local business association, featured on this Instagram account with 800,000 followers, had no idea that was coming, and then went on TV yesterday. That is in the span of 3 weeks, okay? And I was completely okay. Past me, maybe 2 years ago, 3 years ago, 4 years ago, the thought of that many thousands of people having eyes on what I'm saying and me showing up, and I would have been way too in my own head. I would have been worried way more about what other people thought of me than what I thought of myself, right? And so this is the work. This is the mindset. This is what we have to work on changing, is what you believe that you are deserving and worthy of. Because when you start to have success come into your life, we don't want you self-sabotaging out of it. You want to be able to hold it and to grow it. And this is 100% mindset work, okay? Mindset, mindset, mindset. This is the work you're gonna do right now. I want you to reflect on, not the success that you want, but as if write it down, your goals, or even write a journal entry to yourself with a future date on it, right? So sometimes I'll write from the end of the month. When I'm doing my monthly goals, I'll start, it's June right now. So when I was doing my June goals, I would start July 1st, 2024. And then I would write about all the things that happened in June, right? So you are tricking your subconscious mind into feeling like you already have the things that you want. So when they show up, because they will, there's your seeds that you were planting. What are you planting? When it shows up, you will feel, you have already, in your subconscious, had it. So you'll feel comfortable having it, right? From within, so goes without. So take the next 2 minutes, because 10 Minute Daily, take the next 2 minutes to reflect on the success or the goals, the things, the visions that you have right in the present as if you already have them, or right from the future like you're writing to the past, like you already had them, right? So you can get comfortable, you can feel worthy and deserving, because you are the only person that can make yourself feel worthy and deserving of your goals and your dreams. That's all for today. I love you. If this video was helpful, make sure you leave a comment, subscribe to the channel, and I'll see you next time. Bye.